Well, a very good evening, everyone. Great to have your company. I'm absolutely over the moon to introduce you to Gavin's replacement. Remember Gavin? Yeah, remember Gavin? Gavin, happy puzzle man, absolute crazy man. We've finally got someone that's not quite as crazy, I hope. Anyway, hi Gavin, we love you if you're watching.
Some people might say that,
seriously. Yeah. This is Josh, everyone. Josh, really
nice
good to see you.
Martin.
And now you actually are part of Happy Puzzle, aren't you?
Yes, I've been working at the Happy Puzzle Company for 18 years now, and whilst you probably haven't seen my face, I've been part of developing all of the games that the Creative Craft viewers have grown to love, the catalogues, the emails, and basically everything that goes on behind the scenes. So whilst I'm new to the Creative Craft viewers, I've been a kind of a real instrumental, integral, this is myself saying that, I don't know if my colleagues would agree, part of the Happy Puzzle Company for nearly 2 decades.
That's fantastic. And the Happy Puzzle Company produce some very unusual and different games that challenge the mind a lot. Now, I've been doing a cryptic crossword for 25 years, every single day. So, not the same one, no. So, my mind is as sharp as a tack. What was your name again? No, seriously. It's great to do games that challenge us and get us thinking, you know?
And get us away from a screen as well.
Yeah, oh, definitely, yeah. Said he was sending text messages 3 minutes before it came on air.
It's true.
But no, seriously, we've got 2 new products for you. I want you to think September starts next month. Next month. We want you to start thinking about Christmas, OK? These are all amazing Christmas presents, and they'll be Christmas presents that the people that you're giving to them are unlikely to have seen.
Absolutely, yeah.
And they're all challenging. Let's kick off with geography, shall we?
So this is...
There's a pun there. Kick off with geography.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is Geography Football 2024-2025 edition. And this is a 300-piece jigsaw.
OK.
That we've got behind us here. It's absolutely beautiful, made on high-quality 1.5mm blue board. So that's the stuff that you really want if you're a jigsaw enthusiast. And it's really, really lovely because it gives you the opportunity to learn geography through your love of football. Okay?
Yeah, definitely.
Every jigsaw that you get, and you can see here, comes with a printed map to help you as a guide when you're building that. If we just hold that here.
Got that, perfect, yep.
And when you've built it, it will look something like this. So it's an impressive 66 by 50 centimetres when built here. And as you can see, it's beautifully made, beautifully designed. But once you've built the jigsaw, there's another challenge. OK, so it's not just a jigsaw. So it's not just a jigsaw, because as you'll probably notice, there are lots of different coloured and different numbered balls, as you can see here. And they're all dotted all around the UK and Northern Ireland and Wales and Scotland. And each of those balls has a different colour outline. So it might be black, it might be red, it might be orange, it might be light blue. And that outline symbolises the league that football team plays in. OK. But what it doesn't tell you is which football team it is. OK. So once you've constructed this jigsaw, the next stage of this puzzle is to try and figure out which team plays in that location. Oh, I like this idea. And you can see areas like London and Manchester and Dublin are expanded. Don't forget Birmingham. And Birmingham. Well, these 3 are expanded because there's lots of clubs in the same area. So you'll probably see the Birmingham's. There's an area here, but we've got the 3 big areas here because there's lots of clubs. Yeah, we don't care about the others. Birmingham, that's what we care about. So it's a beautiful 300-piece jigsaw, and it really helps children learn geography through the love of football. It's 300 pieces, which means it's perfect for both adults and children alike.
I actually think this is great for everybody, Josh, because I can tell you now, if you ask me whereabouts Wycombe Wanderers are, all I'd say is, well, south of Birmingham.
Yeah, and you know what? There's a huge amount of work that goes into this puzzle. Every single club here is up to date for the 2024-2025 season, which means that if a club got relegated at the end of last season or promoted, the colour outline, which signifies the league they play in, would be updated. And one of my colleagues, Lewis, has literally spent weeks updating this jigsaw. Wow. So we've got the perfect present here. And I thought what might be quite nice, Martin, given it's my first show, giving you love football, giving you love games, is to give you a little test. Perfect. See how good you are at geography, see how good you are at
as long as it's Birmingham.
OK, fine. So which club plays in Birmingham? No. You know what, we'll make this nice and simple, OK? So there's a club here. Where is it? It's number 30, OK? OK. So you can see that it's got a red outline. Yeah. Now, that means that it currently plays in the Championship. OK. OK, so what you need to do is you need to try and work out which club that would be. So if you have a look at the surrounding areas, it's situated just north of London. Okay, so we've got this here. We've got London down here, just north of London.
Yeah.
And it currently plays in the Championship.
Okay, I'm going to take a wild guess at Charlton Athletic.
No, well, I'm going to give you a quick clue, and this would actually tell you how much detail we put into this, because if you'd have bought the 2023-2024 edition, that would have had a black outline.
Oh, I know.
Which means that it would have played in the Premier League last season.
It's one of my friends' clubs. Is it Luton?
It is absolutely Luton.
Thank you.
There you go. Should we try one more?
Nobody helped me at all. We didn't practice that. No.
Right, let me pick another one. This one we haven't practiced.
Okay.
So I'm going to go for. God, this club up here. This should actually give it away because it's named right next to it. Number
Ipswich
13 with a black outline. It's Ipswich Town, of course.
Okay. Can I pick one? Are you good at this?
Gosh, not really. I mean, there are some real kind of.
Okay, I am going to go. What my word? Right, let's pick. That one there. Okay, there's me. Follow the finger.
Oh gosh, this is English League One, Sheffield. I mean, it's going to either be Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United.
Yeah, but which one? I wonder.
Actually, need to remember. I think Sheffield Wednesday.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, if you're not sure of the
fun.
answer, we actually have a page on our website dedicated to these. So not only does it tell you the name of the club, but it'll also tell you the stadium that it plays in as well. So
Go on, sorry.
This includes all of the clubs from the Premier League and the English Football Leagues. You've also got the Welsh Leagues, the Northern Irish Leagues, the Irish Leagues, and the Scottish Leagues as well. So it's absolutely fantastic.
Do you know what, Josh? I think that's a really good game for any age group, because I certainly would not know half of those. I know my geography in England, but if you said to me, where do Charlton Athletic play? What county? I wouldn't be able to help you, you know.
But it's brilliant because if you're a football fan and a football enthusiast, not only is the actual gameplay quite fun, but it also helps you learn the geography of these areas, as you just said.
I agree. OK, that's already busy, $17.99 club price, but we've got loads of other things to show you. We're going to show you next Waxy Doodles. OK, now, we've got a demo on this. Come and tell me what it's about before we go to the demo. What's this one all about, Josh?
Right, so Waxy Doodles are 150 wax-coated modelling sticks available in 10 different colours. There's 150 of them, so you do the maths. 150, 10 different colours. How many of each colour?
15.
There you go. So 15 of every colour, and it's absolutely brilliant because what you can do is you can create stunning images, designs, pictures. You can decorate pens, mugs, and I've got lots to be able to show you over here. It comes with a board, as you can see here, to be able to do your designs and create names and things like that on, and also an instruction booklet of lots of fun designs and creations you can make.
So there's 15 colours. There's actually 10 of each wax ones in each one. That's what I'm looking at there. Yeah. OK. So let's just give you the club price, which is going to be $12.23. But we're waiting to find out what we do with Waxy Doodles.
Right. So come
over
here.
I believe you've got a demo ready for us over here.
So here's one I made earlier.
OK.
And I've always wanted to say that on TV. Here it is one I've made earlier.
OK.
Look, I've created lots of different things with these Waxy Doodles. So just holding a couple up here, I mean, they're quite simply wax coating modelling sticks, OK? And you can bend them, and you can shape them, and you can cut them, and you can do all sorts with them.
Pretty cool.
You can use them to create 3D shapes like this. You know, the way I like to describe this, I've never actually seen one of these, but you know those big kind of 3D printers that print those kind of, those designs? It gives you the ability to do the same with this. So here we've got a lovely wedding ring.
That's rather nice.
That I've got here.
What I said, hold it.
There you go.
There you go. Actually, that's rather nice.
It is quite nice. I've made that before. You can decorate cups like this.
Would the hot water not melt it if you put hot water on there?
Well, no, this is one of those insulated cups I took from the office.
Right.
So, no, that's absolutely fine. And you can create all sorts of patterns and shapes. Again, Look, I've created this round
I like that.
pen. Absolutely
Yeah,
beautiful.
I like
Lots of different colours, lots of different designs. And here we just have a photo frame of my lovely family. And what I've done is I've just decorated the side of this photo frame with some of these waxy
watching,
doodles. Well, no, they're in bed. The reason why I agreed to do this show is I got out of doing bath time.
Ah, OK, fair enough.
Yeah.
But then what a family to have, because they test every game, I guess.
Oh, my gosh, my son absolutely loves this. And actually, really important point, this is for ages 3 to adult. Now, my son's 4. And as you can see here, we've got this nicely designed board. One of my colleagues very nicely created this for me and wrote my name on it along with the butterfly. But the brilliant thing about this is, if you've got young children, sort of 3, 4, 5 years old, just learning to write, you can actually use these to help with shape and letter recognition as well. And you can kind of draw on the board. They're dry wipe as well. And you can get them to trace around it. So it's a really great educational tool as well.
Fabulous. OK, so we're looking at £12.23, club price 308-147 is your item number. Those are the waxy doodles. Right, let's go and have a look at the next game. We've got a lot to get through. Come on, Josh.
Right.
We've got loads to get through. Combinations. No, not the next one. It's IQ Jigsaw next. Let's have a look at that. My producer bought this for her husband for Christmas. IQ Jigsaw. OK, what am I doing with that?
IQ Jigsaw, absolutely fabulous. So, just going to open the box here, and as you can see, we should have actually had an open one here. I do have one somewhere.
Hang on.
Yeah, there's one of those grip seals, but that's absolutely fine. I will just kind of
I'll tell you, this is what happens on live TV, and that's why we've got an email from a gentleman called Gavin.
Of course.
Hello everyone, Gavin here. I'm currently having my first experience of watching a Happy Puzzle Company show live on Crate and Craft. Missing all of you, and thank you for the hello, Martin. The whole family is here watching Josh do an amazing job. You have a new superstar presenter. Really proud of you, Josh. Good luck, guys, and love to all the team and amazing Crate and Craft viewers. Gavin. Gavin, of course, was the... Gavin, I don't know whether you can make it, but I don't think Josh is up for the menu yet. He's not experienced enough. So
no,
if you
absolutely.
can get in time to do the menu, Gav, that would be awesome.
Well, he's in Wales at the moment, but I'll tell you what, I've spoken to him almost every day since he's left, and he's given me a good pep talk for today. But this is IQ Jigsaw. OK, so there are 120 multi-level challenges. OK. And included is, of course, a challenge booklet. Yep. And the most important bit is also the solution part of it as well. But it's really, really nice, this game. It was actually invented by a Belgian man called Raf Peters. I think his name's been mentioned on this show before. When it comes to puzzle creation and puzzle design, he is an absolute genius. So it's very, very simple. You are using these 9 pieces to create a 6x6 grid, as you can probably see here. So there are lots of different levels, from starter to junior to expert to wizard, but here I'm going to pick a junior level. And what this shows you here is it shows you the starting point of one of these puzzles. So, for example, if I was to pick this one here, you'd start off by arranging your jigsaw pieces to match the pattern you've got there. So I'm going to turn it round here. So we've got this piece here, we've got this piece here, we've got a blue piece at the end here. It's not that piece, it's that piece. Why is that not the right way? That would go in like there. No, that would go, that would go in there like that. Yeah, absolutely. And then there's the purple bit with your hands over, and that will go in like that, as you can see here. Right. Now, once you've created this, using the remaining pieces, you need to work out how to fill the rest of the 6x6
Well, that's going to be easy, isn't it?
Well, OK. Well, you know what, Martin? It's I've played this many times before. It's my first show, so I'll give you the honour of trying to solve it.
Well, I'll have a go.
Remember, you can turn them over, double-sided. You've got the 6 at the top.
OK, I got that first one right, I think.
Well, that's the beauty of this. Whilst it fits, you actually don't know you've got the first one right until you've completed it.
That's right. And Gavin will be watching going, you're still rubbish, Martin, after all this time.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, looking good.
You're getting there.
Yeah. So that's got... no. I've got a feeling it is...
And Crate and Craft viewers, I have to say, this is only the junior level that Martin's on. So, I mean, if he thinks this is easy, wait till you get to the expert and wizard levels.
Am I right in saying that I've got to... Am I...
Yes, you've got your 6x6 grid, and we already know that the top 6 is correct. You've got 4 down here already.
Okay.
So you're essentially going to use these pieces to create a 6x6 grid.
Okay.
This is not as easy as you first thought, was it, Martin?
No. Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on.
Well, just to tell you, by the way, you've got 5 down here. So unless you've got something that can fit in there...
Like that?
That would work.
Oh, my word.
Does the last piece fit in?
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
hang on.
Did you not have it a second ago?
Yeah!
There you go. You've created your 6x6 grid.
Junior level.
Martin has completed the junior level. And of course...
I call him Gavin as well. I'm going to call him Gavin
Yeah,
from
but that's
now on.
absolutely
High five,
fine.
Josh,
As long as you don't say I dress like Gavin,
Sorry,
that's
Gav, you're in our
absolutely
blood.
fine. And of course, that was level 26 on the junior solution. So if you had been unable to complete it live on air, there of course is a solution for every single one of these. But it's absolutely brilliant. It's so small. There's very few pieces.
I like it.
It's great for travel. You can take it on an aeroplane. That will easily fit on any tray table. You can take it on holiday with you. You can take it to see family and friends, and it's a perfect travel game.
Basically, it's not endless, but by the time you get around to completing them all, you'll have forgotten.
Yeah. Endless in the sense there's 120 of them and you will absolutely forget how to solve them by the time you go back to level 1 again.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But this is absolutely great. And we have so much fun playing in the office as well. And some of the actual, if I can just show you with this one.
It says 7+ to adults, but I actually think you might be able to go a little bit younger than that.
If you have a look here with some of the more difficult levels, what it will show you is it will show you the starting pieces.
But not the grid.
But unlike the easy solution where it showed you the grid,
sorry.
these don't even show the position.
No time for those tonight.
There you go.
We're going to move on to combinations now. £10.79 gets you your IQ Jigsaw, but now we're going to talk combinations. Now, I think I've seen this one with Gavin once, but I don't remember how to play it, so please help me out, Josh.
OK, well, as the name suggests, this is the game of combinations. Again, it's a single-player game, absolutely fabulous. It's actually one of my favourite games. I'm just going to move this out the way.
Sure.
There are 72 multi-level challenges.
We can take the game, if you like, down to where the camera overhead is, if you feel that's easier to show.
Well, should we do that? Bring that down here, because then there's lots of different challenges in this one, and it might be quite nice to see.
I'll tell you where to put it when I see the shot, so that we know.
So here we go.
Perfect spot. There we go.
There are 72 multi-level challenges in this game, and they're all slightly different. We've got numbers, we've got colours, we've got shapes, we've got faces, but the premise is always the same, because starting with the numbers, you have got 6 coloured pieces. And what you need to do in this level, using either addition or subtraction, is place the 2 square pieces on 2 of the numbers, so that what's shown in the circle is the addition of those 2. If we're having a look here, so we can see that 4 and 1 is obviously going to equal 5. So if I put my 4 and 1 covering there, then somewhere I've got to cover the 5 with this piece, but obviously I've got to fit all of these pieces in and solve all of these puzzles at the same time. So it's actually quite tricky. So if I put that 5 here, we've got 3 and 1 here, which equals 4. But what I can't do is I can't put it this way, because then I'll be covering the 4. So I'm going to have to turn this round this way. And that would mean that this red piece goes here. Now I'm going to have a problem here because I've left a space here. So I think what I'm going to need to do is turn that green piece around. We've got 4 and 1 here, which means very simply this piece can go in here, and the addition of 4 and 1 gives us 5. I put that piece in there, and you've solved that level. But of course, there are 72 different challenges, all multi-level challenges. So you've got some really beautiful ones in here. So you've got lots that involve numbers, but as I said, you've got ones that involve shapes as well. So you're combining shapes. You are also combining colours as well. So here we've got sort of the yellow and blue that will combine here. You've got some really nice challenges here as well.
Yeah. I like it.
This is great. Again, it's all stored within this handy pack, which means it's perfect to take away, take on holiday, take to friends, take to family, buy one for yourself, one for family. Absolutely brilliant.
I think you're right. And I think these Happy Puzzles, also many of them, are not just playing games like when I used to play Buckaroo and Kaplunk.
Yeah,
right?
no.
These are training your mind. These are making you think, they're making you do sums or associate things.
And that's exactly what we do. Every single one of the games we've shown tonight and every single one of the games we will show tonight develop various skills. So whether that's hand-eye coordination, strategic planning, visual perception, they're all absolutely great at doing that.
I think that's really, really important to get across. You're not buying just a game that's going to be a bit of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun, but it's also going to be a learning process.
It's going to be educational. It's going to get your children away from that screen time, which as a parent I know is really difficult to do. Also, they're very durable as well. You'll see here they're all really sturdy, but also these are great for travel.
Yeah,
they're great gifts as well.
Before we move on, I've got an email for you from Faye, who was in Tuesday's guest seminar.
Oh, Faye, yes.
She says, well done, Josh. You're doing a great job buying Genius Square. What a fab game. We'll get there. My boys had the Waxy Doodles when they were younger and loved them so much. Best wishes, Faye, from Tuesday's seminar.
Faye was lovely.
There you go. Hopefully, we'll see Faye on air soon. If you come to the guest seminar, the chances are you're coming on air.
I'm here.
With us lot. Yeah, he's here. He made it. Right. Do you want to pick that up and put it back in the space while I move on to the next one, which is, in fact, the Genius Square. In fact, it's a bundle, right? Now, if you've seen Genius Square, you'll know what a fantastic game this is. We have Genius Square. I'm going to go back to Josh. Well, he can come to me. Go on. I've got Genius Square, I've got Genius Star, and I've got Genius Gems. Here available for you. We'll go back down and look there, Josh. I have to say that I had a go at Genius Gems with Gavin. Come in. With Gavin the last time, or not the last time, is it? The last time I did this show, and I couldn't do it.
No?
No, not a clue.
It is the trickiest of the three, I find.
Seriously, not a clue. I'm very good with words. Here's an example, right? I can do a cryptic crossword with... You know, I will complete it over a period of time. Give me Sudoku or whatever it is. I have not. What's going on? I have no idea.
It's the way
My
people
wife,
think.
Sudoku, easy. Does it like that. She can't even solve one cryptic clue. So there's obviously...
It's the way everyone thinks differently. Some people can look at these puzzles and spot a solution straight away. Other people, it's pure trial and error. But the great thing about these games is they're suitable for so many different ages and so many people like yourself who would rather see things and do things hands-on and visual. Some people could just see solutions to certain bits straight away.
Now, Genius Square is probably one of the leading games for the Happy Puzzle Company, isn't it?
Genius Square is the best-selling game from the Happy Puzzle Company of all time. This is a multi-award winning game. It's won awards all around the globe, from Australia to America. It's sold over 3 million copies worldwide. And I guarantee you this will be a game, like Monopoly, like Trivial Pursuit, Frustration, that every household will have.
OK, well, we're going to go and find out how to play it in a second. I just want to make sure that you can know that you can get the Genius Square individually. There are two sizes. OK, this is more of the travel size. If you just look to my left, you'll see there is an extra large size as well. Just to give you an idea of the size,
so we've got 16 centimetres squared by 24 centimetres. So you can see the sort of size difference there.
We're going to go and show you how to play it in a second. But in this bundle, you've got Genius Square, Genius Star, same concept, different shapes, basically. And then Genius Gems, not a clue, me.
Well, we'll go through that.
But you've got all the opportunity to get all three of these a bundle. What we're going to show you on the larger version is what Genius Square is all about. And, of course, we have that. And you get a pair in these,
absolutely,
don't you? Because it's a two-person game. You're racing against each other to complete a task. And I have to say, it is very, very clever. Let's go down the bottom and show everybody. This, like they said, this is the champion game of the Happy Puzzle. This is the one that's won the awards. It's a global selling game, and it is actually very, very clever. And it's all to do with, like, mathematics, but you're not adding stuff up. It's just... It's something that... It's just, don't worry how it was created, just that it works.
Yeah, well, OK, so to give you a bit of background on this, because you're talking about the creation, this was invented by an Algerian man called Salim Bergish, and he invented this game called Zaki.
Okay.
And he went to a number of toy companies, all of whom rejected him, until eventually he came to the Happy Puzzle Company, and we did what we always teach children to do, which is to not give up, persevere. We actually approached a mathematician at Birkbeck University, and he devised a computer program to make sure that every single one of these challenges is possible, and it's absolute, as the name suggests, genius. Now, Martin, I hope you don't mind me saying, I spoke to Gavin, who used to host the show, on the way up here, and because I really want to know kind of how you fare compared to some of your other presenters in solving the Genius Square. Do you know what he said?
Rubbish.
Distinctly average.
Distinctly average. Thanks, Gavin. I love you too. I'll have a cryptic crossword off with you at some point. So it's just my brain doesn't work this way, but we'll give it a go. So we can
let's show you how you play. Now, first thing to say is this isn't the regular version of the Genius Square. This isn't the XL version of the Genius Square. This is actually a custom board we've had made for TV. It's slightly larger.
Right.
Actually, we had this made for one of our first shows on Create and Craft.
Yep.
And what happened was the viewers loved this product so much that actually the Genius Square XL came from requests from the Create and Craft viewers. So you can see there it's slightly smaller. This is made of wood, that's made from plastic, but the gameplay is exactly the same.
So this is the demonstration version under there. If you go for the XL version, that's how yours will come. And let me just get the smaller one so that you can see. Okay, so this is more of the travel version, okay, that you can buy, or to dip your toe in and see what this game is all about. So demonstration, the XL, the one in the bundle, or available in the trio. Got it? Perfect. Right, I'll be back with you in a second. You do realise right now, Josh, that you are actually on TV on your own.
No, that's absolutely fine. You know what, I am...
But I'm back now. Right, so what do I do? Take these out.
So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take all of our pieces and all of our blockers.
Gavin will be laughing at home.
Yeah, I know, that's what he does.
Absolute mess of this.
That's what he does.
Right.
But you know what? This is your opportunity to go from distinctly average
to worse.
As good as Janice, who apparently is a bit of the master, and Dan as well.
Janice would be cool at this.
So, gameplay's absolutely great. And yes, it is a two-player game, but there's absolutely no reason you can't play it on your own. It's perfect for that as well. You can challenge yourself to beat your own time. We've run competitions. And the idea is very, very simple. So here we've got 7 dice. Now, these are slightly larger than the normal dice, so kind of live on air, I'm going to make sure I don't roll them off the table, because that would be highly embarrassing on my first show. But we've landed on 7 coordinates. We've got B2, A1, B4, A5, F1, D6, and F5. Now, like all good games, really, you can explain a game in kind of 3 really simple steps. So step 1, you're going to roll the dice. Step 2, you're then going to position your blockers in the corresponding coordinates. Both our boards will look the same because we're both using the same coordinates. We've got B2, A1, B4, A5, F1, D6, where's D6? D6 here, and F5 as well. So at the end of this, both our boards look exactly the same, which is the way they should be. And then here we've got 9 remaining pieces. Now, your job is to fit all of these 9 remaining pieces into this board. And I can tell you there are over 62,000 possible combinations, solutions, of ways you can put these initial blockers, and there is always a solution.
There is.
Every single time.
And Gavin gets it in about 9 seconds.
So I'm going to be honest. Last time we played... Actually, that's not true. Last time we played was live on Create and Craft.
Yes.
I think we won 1 game each, but we did play prior to that. I won 5 in a row against him. And I'd say I've got the fastest time out of everyone at the Happy Puzzle Company, 8.7 seconds. But I probably shouldn't say that just before we play live on air, should I?
Well, it's like telling me that you've challenged me to a game of tennis and Andy Murray turns up, isn't it? You know, in your place. Yeah, right, OK.
Right, so you ready to play?
Yeah, I'm ready to play.
OK, so let's go for this. And actually, some of these challenges have only one way to solve the puzzle. Lots of them have multiple ways to solve the puzzle. I always find the red piece one of the hardest positions. I know I didn't do it, but that's always one of the best ones to start with. And I think... Oh, look at that.
Get out
My
of it.
first show on Create and Craft, and I won.
Well,
there you go. You weren't too far behind.
I've completed that, Gavin. I think that's the first time I've ever completed one.
And you know what? You can actually see here, although we started with the same blockers, we've actually ended up with different solutions here.
Huh.
And that's the great thing about this. It's all down to the random roll of the dice.
I can't believe I've even completed it.
Some of these only have one way of solving them. There's only one solution. Lots of them have got multiple 5, 10, 15 ways of solving the puzzle. And the Genius Square is absolutely perfect because not only can you play on your own, not only can you play with family and friends, but also there's 2 boards included in every pack, which means you can play against an opponent. But also, if you've got family members, friends, relatives who perhaps live further away, abroad, there's nothing to stop you buying multiple packs and playing over Zoom or Teams
nowadays,
or Skype or
if you
other
get your
services
camera
are
over
available.
the top, go, you know.
We actually had lots of people during lockdown contacting us saying we bought 2 sets because we wanted to send one up to our grandparents.
Or you could, 4 of you could play at the same time.
Absolutely, you can go around in a kind of a big circle, 4 boards, 8 boards, however many you want, really.
I do like it because I haven't got to answer questions. I'm not taxing my brain that way. I'm not doing a Trivial Pursuit time game. I'm not doing a skill game where I've got to rest sticks or something like that. I'm actually doing a game where you've got to be on the ball and your mind's got to work really quickly. Because I've played this with Gavin, and if you start making mistakes, you panic, and there's just no way that you're going to get it right.
And for lots of people, they perhaps don't have the concentration to focus on kind of a 2-3 hour board game. I think we know what we're talking about here. But for this, each level can be solved anywhere as quickly as, as I said, 8.7 seconds, not to boast, up to a couple of minutes. But it keeps it really interesting. You can play multiple games in a row. It's absolutely perfect. With a smaller size game, as you saw before, it's perfect to take away with you, take away on an aeroplane. Very few pieces. And you know what the best thing for me about it is? The rules are so simple that anyone can understand them.
That's very true.
There's nothing I hate more than getting a game or a puzzle and the rules are kind of 5, 6, 7 pages long, and by the time I got to page 5, I've forgotten how to start the game. But this is so simple.
Or rowing over it.
Well, exactly. No one's going to be rowing over this.
Christmas is ruined because we were rowing over the rules of the game. Okay, so I think that this is it's an incredible game, and it's an award-winning game. I know that many hundreds of you have already got the game, but it's also a great game to give as a gift. Now, there's a couple of options. This is a demonstration, right? Yep. I'm going to give you the details of the XL, okay, which is slightly smaller than that, but it's their largest version of the Genius Square. And I'm going to read to you what it says on the back in the English part. It says, the aim of each of the 62,208 possible puzzles is to complete the square using the 9 coloured shapes once the 7 blockers have been positioned. There may be times when it seems impossible, but there will always be at least one solution, and that's why it's called the Genius Square. Each player receives their own Genius Square grid and a set of the shapes and blocker pieces. Roll all 7 of the dice together and place a blocker piece, you know that. But there's 62,208 ways that those could fall. What's the chances of repeating one of those and remembering it? Pretty minimal, really, isn't it? So every challenge is going to be a new challenge. So that's the XL that was on the wall. Here's the great way into trying the Genius Square. Get the smaller version. I'm not going to say travel version because this will work anywhere. You know, you can travel with it, but fine at home on a table. £14.39p gives you the chance to try the Genius Square. And it's fun, I can assure you. Now, the Genius Square spawned other fabulous games. One of those being the Genius Star.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you thought the Genius Square was tricky, wait till you come to the Genius Star.
I'm not a genius and I'm not a star, so I'm a bit worried about this one.
So 62,000 possible combinations. With this game, you've got over 165 possible combinations of gameplay. 165,000. Yes, of course, 165,888 possible combinations. And the premise is very, very similar. If we take our pieces out here, and I'm going to talk you through the clever twist in a minute, you have 7 dice. So again, try not to roll these off the table, just mix those up. What you're left is the coordinates for your 7 blockers. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these in the corresponding
36.
spaces. We've got 36,
39,
and 39, and 23 and 4.
23. Okay, we're talking about the numbers on the top here. Okay.
That's right, yeah.
And they're on the dice here. Oh, these are, yeah, oh, you can't see them. Right, hang on a second.
So
let me take those out. That's because the cameras are rubbish. Hang on, whoop, there we go. There are your numbers. Okay, got that? All right, I've got to put mine back now.
Yeah, so they're all indented
Brilliant.
into the board here. So what you're doing is you're putting your blockers on the corresponding pieces here. So I've got where we were now. So we've done 4. We've got 27, which I'm going to put here. 44, and lastly, 21.
Hang on, I haven't got all mine yet. So 36, 23, hang on, 36.
Yeah, so you're missing 21 and 23 somewhere.
23.
Great thing about this is if you'd rather just copy my board, you can.
Well, no, it's just because they made me lift it up. No, completely. There we go. I've got it now. I'm in. Right, here we go.
There you go. Just before we play, by the way, it's worth mentioning that each of these games is given a difficulty level. So the Genius Square was given a difficulty level of 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Okay, that's 3 light bulbs out of 5. This is 4 out of 5. So this is significantly more difficult. And I have to say, some of these can take a good few minutes to try and solve. Just before we play this, I think I just need to tell you about the extra twist. In roughly 57% of the possible combinations, it is possible to solve your challenge to fit all the remaining pieces into the board, having the Genius Star, the golden star, intact, as you can see here. Now, of course, you can place them upside down and have them split up if you want, but if you want to go for the double win, if you really want to cement your win, in 57% of these, they will be placed together like that.
I just like to fit 2 pieces that go together, to be honest.
Yeah, well, you know what? We actually have created a web page which allows users to put their coordinates in and see if it's actually possible to solve this with a Genius Star intact. But should we go? Should we see if we can fit all of our pieces back into the board? This one is a lot more difficult. You can actually start off by putting the 2 pieces of the star together, but what you might find actually is that by the end of it, you're kind of moving them around. And you'll see here, this will absolutely take us a lot longer to solve.
You're not wrong.
Than the first one, unless I happen, which I don't think I will, I'm an absolute blinder here, so I've put this piece in here, but that doesn't fit. Again, this game's perfect to take away with you, perfect to take on holiday. You can buy multiple sets, just like you can with the Genius Square. You know what? This is only my first show. I'm probably not good enough to be talking and playing at the same time.
Well, you'll have to get used to it. You're doing a great job. I've knocked my blockers out the way. Hang on a minute.
Let's see. I need one of those. Okay, so what I might have to do here is I might have to split the star.
Oh, yeah.
We actually don't know whether this is one of the ways that you can solve, one of the coordinates you can solve with the dice intact. So let's put this one here. Oh, so where would this one go? Oh, hold on. Does this one fit somewhere? Yes, that doesn't fit like that.
No, I'm
oh,
stuck.
No, there you go. Last piece in. Sweating there.
Me too, absolute genius. Look at that.
I thought I wouldn't. So that's, yeah, basically
well done.
But you can see there that one's much trickier than the original.
It is, because you think you're doing really well and then you realise you've just got to start again.
And of course, there are so many more combinations and different ways you can roll the dice. You can also try and put the star intact. I, of course, didn't do it. I actually don't know if this is one of the possible combinations, but of course, you can check it out on the webpage that's included with the game as well.
Unfortunately, if I started playing on this my own, I would not stop until I'd got it right, and I would not stop until I'd got the stars right as well.
Yeah, we used to play this at our lunch break in the office.
Yeah?
We used to take some of these games down to the break room and we'd play these and we'd rate and we'd have competitions and tournaments.
There's only one problem there. What's a lunch break? Right, 836 370 is the item. That's the Genius Star. You've seen the Genius square. Now, the last one in the trio is the Genius Gems. Have you got that one handy?
The Genius Gems we've got here, so I do need to be
This is
really
the one Gavin
careful.
made me play last time, and I actually had nightmares about afterwards.
So I'm going to move this piece over here. I just want to be careful not to tip them out as I bring them over.
Now, again, you can buy this on its own, or you can buy it in a collection. It does look like the old set of Blockbusters when you first look at it, doesn't it? I'll have a pee, please, Bob.
Well, this one, in my opinion, is the hardest of the trio. I mean, yes, there are just over 10,000 possible combinations here, but it is significantly more challenging.
This is a 4 light bulbs
why.
again.
This is a 4 light bulbs, but actually I find this is slightly trickier than the Genius Star. And maybe the viewers can judge. We'll see how quickly you solve these.
I know you can all watch me squirm, but the important thing is that you buy the games that you want. These are brilliant, right? We've been bringing the Happy Puzzle since before the merger. It was a brand that was with Hochanda long before the merger. Gavin, of course, was the guest. Gavin has now moved on. Josh is your brand new guest. Josh is going to turn into Gavin over the next few months and get very, very excited. Once he gets into the swing of how it works on live TV.
Yeah, we're so excited to come here. I've literally been waiting all week to get to the studio.
I can imagine. It must be very exciting first time around.
So this is the Genius Gems, OK? So we have a few different ways of playing it, but just to start off with the easiest levels, we've got 5 dice here, and I don't know if you can see, I don't know if the camera can zoom in, these aren't actual dice because they haven't got numbers on, but they've all got these kind of funny shapes on.
OK.
So what we will do is we will just put the dice in this random dice shaker here, give a bit of a shake like this, and what will happen is those dice will fall into one of these 5 spaces. Pink, green, yellow, orange and blue. Also included, and I just put these in here to make sure they're easily transportable, but you have these double-sided tiles. And what you will probably notice by picking up a tile and just turning it over is that whatever's shown on one side is reversed on the other side. So what you can see here is 2 greens and a blue. And if I turn that over, we've got 2 blues and a green. And it's the same for all of these pieces.
Yeah.
Now, this is where the really, really clever part comes in. Because as you can see, these random shapes have fallen into each one of these colours. So you need to fill the grid here, and there again, there are 2 game boards here, but you can play on your own or you can play against an opponent. You need to fill the grid so that the shape that's shown in the colour is shown by your tiles on your board. So just to give you an example here, we've got this blue shape here, which these 4 tiles here, which is in the blue, and I know it's quite hard to see, but when you've filled the board, what you're going to be left with is something that looks a bit like, not that one, let's try another one. Does that match? That actually doesn't match. That one doesn't match there. No, so you have to fill these in, and it's quite tricky sometimes.
Oh, there we go.
So I'm going to try and put one of these in here. But what you're going to be left with is...
no, that doesn't work. Oh, yes, it does. Look there.
There you go. So you've got that one here. But what you've got
I win. I'm off. Thanks.
See you later, Martin. I'll just carry on the show.
He's getting into it now, isn't he?
You need to position all of your pieces into the board at the same time so that you've managed to create each one of those shapes based on the colour that it's landed in. And actually, it took us long enough just to do the blue with no other pieces involved.
My word.
So you can see already how this is quite tricky. And I'll come to these additional dice in a minute because they are really, really clever. But do you want to have a go at solving this one?
Well, we can try. It doesn't matter what position.
It doesn't matter what position. You just need to meet the criteria shown with the dice and the colours. And
that doesn't work now.
It's going to be quite tricky. My show does go on to midnight, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I think we're going to need it.
It can do. We've still got 3 games to show you, everybody, as well.
So how are we going to do this?
It won't do it now. Oh, yes, it will. There we go. No.
So I've created here, I don't know if the viewers can see, I've already got the orange and I've got the yellow. And that's the easy bit, but the tricky bit is making sure that I can match all the criteria simultaneously.
I can't make it go back to how I started. Oh, I can. No,
and obviously, based on some of the pieces you've used, you're left with kind of leftover shapes, leftover colours. That you might be able to use in your other... Remember, you can reverse these as well. So if you haven't got the piece that you want on one side, you can always reverse them.
What the? I got it perfect a minute ago. I even showed you, and now I can't even get that back.
Oh, you haven't got one?
No. Shut up.
Oh, Martin, come on.
Oh, there it is.
Martin,
there
come
it
on.
Is. Right, I've got one. Right, now I need orange. No, yellow. Let's try yellow.
I'm going to put this one.
Oh, yeah, I might be able to do that. Yellow.
You can see how this is much trickier.
You're not wrong. Right.
Okay, so I've got that one there. I know that's not going to work at the moment because I've got a missing. Let's start off with the green one. That one's relatively easy, says he who has not come close to solving this yet.
No, no.
So far I've got the yellow criteria match, the orange match, the green match. I would need the blue and the pink.
Orange, okay.
And what's going to happen is you're going to need to move your pieces round.
Oh, Gavin will be laughing his head off.
I know.
No.
And if we don't solve this, by the way, we just have to stay on air until we do. It's fine, I woke up late tonight.
Maybe not, maybe not.
Right.
Right, there's one.
So you've got one.
I've got one. Now, that doesn't fit in with the purple, though, so maybe I should take that one out and put a blue one in there. Right. But then that still won't work.
I've got the pink done here.
Ah, so
the
green,
yellow done,
green,
the
green
done.
I need
Haven't
to,
got the orange
right
or
now
the blue.
I'm having an idea here. I think I might have. Right, so if those go in there, then the green, I want two to go like. Oh, hang on a minute. That's not going to work, is it? Will it all go over one? Yeah, possibly. No,
it's very challenging. I have to stay in my day job. I'm quite good at selling puzzles, not as good at solving them.
No. Right, okay, that's right. But I'm really sorry, we've got to move on.
You know what? I'm not going to say no, I actually can't solve it here, but there is obviously always a solution to every single one of these. And just to add, by the way, because you've noticed there are 4 extra dice here.
Yeah.
If we'd have solved that very, very quickly, we can add in what we call the dastardly and devilish dice. And I don't know if the camera can zoom in here, but there are some more complex shapes on here as well, which really make this a bit trickier.
But there's always a solution.
Always a solution. We weren't good enough to solve this one, unfortunately.
No, but
always
you
a
would
solution.
eventually, given time. I mean, we've only spent a couple of minutes on it. You might leave it and go away like a jigsaw and come back and go, oh, yes, of course, that goes there. That's the beauty of these games. They get your brain going. Now, I'm no doctor, but daily I read in the papers and in the news about later life, like I'm approaching, and keeping your brain active.
Absolutely.
That's why I do Cryptic Crossword every day. I do a series of puzzles. Same one, last 25 years. I've only got 4 down and 7 across to get. No.
You know what these are great for? These are great for strategic planning.
Yeah.
Developing problem solving, developing hand-eye coordination as well. So yes, it looks like a game. Yes, it's fun. Yes, it's portable. Yes, you can play it, but you're also developing skills at the same time.
We need to work our way up to the other end of the counter. We'll clear up down there shortly, but we've got 2 more games to show you. Now, I have to say, I do like the next one. It's called Lost Words.
Lost for Words. Lost for Words.
Lost for Words.
Absolutely brilliant. It's the perfect game to have at a dinner party. It's the perfect game to play with family. It's the perfect game to play with friends. Dare I say it, given we're in August, it's the perfect game to play at the Christmas dinner table.
Oh, 100%. All of these. I tell you what, you'll see more and more Happy Puzzle shows as we run up to Christmas, and it will be busier and busier every time because these are perfect stocking fillers. They're the games that everybody in the family can play at Christmas without arguing, you know, without sitting there vegetating in front of the Bond movie in the afternoon. Have a bit of a challenge, you know, and enjoy and stimulation. So how do we
shall I tell you
this?
about this one? So included is 500 challenge cards, and there is also a nice scoring system, as you can see here. But on each one of these 500 challenge cards, your job is to find the word that will go before or after one of the 4 words, each of the 4 words shown on the card, that turns it into a new word. So I thought the best way to demonstrate this, there's probably no better way to demonstrate this than to fire you off a couple of questions.
Okay.
So you ready, Martin?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So I'm going to put this here. So we've got the first card here, and the words shown are work, ground, broad, and spread.
Okay.
So, can you find the word that would go before or after? And on some of these challenges, they will either go before, some of them will either go after, and some will be a mixture.
Okay.
You need to find the word that's going to go before or after to create a new word.
Before or after with this one?
Before or after. You've got to work
Okay.
out which way it will go. So,
Okay.
we've got work, ground, broad, and spread.
It's difficult when you're on live TV to think about it. It's my kind of challenge. I like this. I'm going to have to think about it, and then we'll have a great big pregnant pause. But if I keep talking, I don't have time to think about it. But
Well, shall I give you a clue? I mean, two of these are sorts of things you would do on a computer, maybe with like a document with lots of grids, an
Sheet.
Excel document.
worksheet, ground sheet, broadsheet, spreadsheet.
Perfect, spot on. And obviously the answers are shown on the back there. You can play a lovely kind of scoring version of this where you've got to be the first to get 15 right.
Yeah.
But it's also quite fun to just pick these cards
Another one?
and challenge a friend. So I'll just turn that one around so you'll see it. So here we've picked a new card. So the words that we can see here are dust, sea, hand, and mill. So Martin, can you get the word? Dust, sea, hand, and mill. Remember, it can either go before, it can go afterwards, but on some of the cards, there will be a mixture. So some will
Somebody
go
in my
before
ears
or
got it
some will go
already, but
after.
I didn't hear what he said, so that's not me cheating. Before or after? Okay.
So dust, sea, hand, and mill.
Saw? Sawdust?
He's got it
That-
first
I got that.
time.
I didn't get help for that yet. Right, my
Perfect.
turn to give you one.
Oh,
okay.
gosh, here we go. I didn't realise I signed up for this.
Okay, you've probably done them all
Okay.
before. Oh, you saw that one. So I'm going to pick another one you haven't seen. Here we go. Right. So, which side am I showing you? The
So you're
black
showing
or
me the one
green?
with just the one word on, because
Oh, yes,
obviously
I
the
see it
reverse
now.
will have the answers on.
Oh,
and
this
that
is
would-
easy.
Room, wash, star, or score. So bedroom, bed wash.
That's so easy.
Star bed, no, that's not that. Room, living room, washroom. No, obviously
Oh,
gold room,
Oh.
gold wash, score, board.
I love
hold
the-
on. Boardroom, washboard, starboard, scoreboard.
well done.
Yeah.
Well done. It is a really good game, this is.
This is fabulous.
I have to admit, I own this one.
Do you?
Yes.
And I bet you play it all the time.
I'd love to, but my wife is not good with word games. My wife is amazing with Sudoku and things like that, but word games, no. Okay, so we'd be there all week. This is a great game.
This is fantastic. You get this out at the dinner table, you get this out of an evening, you can play this with friends, you can play this with family. It's suitable for ages 10 to adult. But it really is a lovely game, perfect to play with friends, or quite simply, just challenge yourself on some of these. Give
one
me
more
one
for
more
you.
go.
Did
Go
you see
on.
the back of
No, I
that?
didn't, I promise.
You'll like this one. Here's one for you.
So we've got nut, chick, cock, and lead. Okay, wow, what a first show
Never
to
thought
have.
I'd get you to say chick
Not
on air. I'm seriously.
chick. Roach, roast chick. No, I'm not going to say the next one. Not on my first show. You're not going to get me to say the next one.
Josh.
Roll? No, because that'd be cock roll.
It's actually a really good one. I'm going to show everybody because
go on,
we've got
what
other
is
things to do. It's pea. Peanut,
Peanut
chickpea,
chickpea,
peacock.
of course. You know, I actually prepared some the other side, and the reason why I didn't pick that one is because I knew I would start laughing on there.
What, because it's got chick on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, 379-925 is, that to me, that's my type of game. So the great thing about the Happy Puzzle, please go over there. The great thing about the Happy Puzzle is that you have numerous types of games to choose from, folks. Can you believe we've only got 4 minutes? Right, I'm going to let you put that where the words were because there's one more game to show you.
Yeah.
And I don't know this one. This is called Beat the Sequence.
So this is Beat the Sequence, and this is one of my personal favourites. Again, like a lot of our games, it's a two-player game, but you can quite easily play this on your own.
Well, you've got 3 minutes to show me.
Look, I spent a while setting up each of these, but I'm just going to move these pieces around so you can take a board as well.
Okay.
Just so you can have a bit of a go as well. If I just
Full
move
instructions.
these out of here.
Get the word game, it's brilliant.
So in this game, there are 400 individual challenges.
Okay.
Okay, absolutely brilliant. And I've got my challenge booklet down here. So the premise is very, very simple. you have each player, if I'm just going to hand this over
Yep.
here, you won't need these bits, but you've got a set of tiles, and I've got a set of tiles as well.
Okay.
First thing we're going to do is select a challenge card, and I'm just going to pick a random one, number 38. And the first thing you need to do is just pick the tiles that we're going to need for this challenge. So I'm going to read them out so they're easy for you to see. I should turn this around, actually, so I can see.
1,
So
5,
I've got 1, 5, 6, 7, 8.
6, 7, 8.
6, 7, 8. 9, 13, 14, 16. 13.
9, 13, 14.
16. 23, 27.
20, 2.5 minutes, can you believe it?
27 will be nice and quick, and 32. And if we don't get time to finish playing it, we'll at least would have time to explain
32.
how it works.
Okay.
So you are going to take one of these boards, and this board is split up into 12 evenly spaced segments.
Okay.
And the job's very, very simple. You then need to put your tiles, each of which has a different colour onto this board, so that all of the colours shown are evenly spaced. Okay, so for example, if you kind of translate this into a clock, you might have one colour at 12 o'clock and at 6 o'clock, or maybe at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. You're going to paste all of these into the board so that the space between each of the colours is even.
Can we go back to the words?
The easy ones. So starting off here, I can see I've got 3 red bits. That obviously tells me that they need to be spaced, what would it be, 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock? I'm working that out correct, maybe not. But I've placed my red pieces evenly. And this is really fun because, again, you get to play against your opponent. But, oh, you're back to that now, are you?
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
You want to challenge me again?
No, we haven't
Fine.
got time, but
so you're
that's my
placing
game.
each of these so they're evenly spaced. It's really, really lovely. 400 different and unique challenges, and a lovely game for a Christmas present for a friend or family.
I only have a minute left, but what I will say about Happy Puzzle Games is every single one of them is brilliant. Single one of them is incredibly affordable, and every single one of them, whatever your choice of game might be, the words for me, the genius for somebody like Josh. You will get hours and hours of fun. It's not a game that you're going to get at home, play it once, and you've done
Absolutely
it. You've beaten
not.
the challenge, right? Every single one of these games has a history. They'll come out every year. They'll come out every week. They'll come out when you're on your own. You'll take them on holiday. There's no difficulty to them.
No.
And they've all got amazing reviews from us, our viewers.
You put this in the cupboard, you take this out for game night, take it out when you've got family and friends over. Can I just say really quickly?
You can, but it'll have to
I've
be
got
quick.
another show. Over the Christmas period, I'm going to release 2 brand new Genius games on this show exclusively.
You're going to see more of Happy Puzzle as we go towards Crystal because they're going to be brilliant. Josh, you've done amazingly well.
Thank you very much, Martin.
Thank you very much indeed. It's great to meet you. Josh will be back, and I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Thanks for watching.